So, if Jim Lee used an AI to copy his art style and to do maybe longer books that he would normally work on, but he says, hey, I don't have the time like I'd really like to, and he was doing his own characters, we'll make it really easy, would it be copyrightable? I mean, if an artist uses AI to ape their own work, is that a bad thing? I mean, there's some artists who, don't have the time to do the stuff they'd like to do. Let's keep it 100% real. Time is an important thing. I know as a single parent, it's difficult to do all the stuff I want to do, but from an artist's perspective, what if you could save time on your art by using AI? And more importantly, is it okay for an artist to use AI on their own artwork? I mean, if Jim Lee was going to be able to do a monthly Batman series, and let's say 50% of the artwork done will be done by AI, would you still buy it? Would you be interested? I mean, it's Jim Lee's artwork. He's fed it all his stuff. Would you be interested in seeing something like that? I don't know if I'm going to say no to that. I mean, if Paul Smith, one of my favorite artists of all time, said like, hey, I'm going to use AI and I'm going to do a couple books because, maybe my hand doesn't work as well as it does, or I just can't get it out the same rate I'd like to, but it's still my artwork. I mean, it's using my artwork and I'm still doing like 50% of it. Would that be an issue? I think most people are doing this all in none version of where AI is. Either AI does the entire book and takes away from the artist, or AI does a little bit and the artist does the rest. Like, my feeling on it has been and always will be, for backgrounds like cityscapes and stuff like that, you should definitely be using AI for that. There's no need for an artist to do the backgrounds on stuff. I mean, if it's just something, if you need to do a cityscape in New York, you don't have to draw that out. You've got more valuable things to do, like the characters, the interaction. Cityscape's a cityscape, let's be honest. One of my favorite guys who kind of, I guess, would say did that were the guys who did the Red Star. They made the background all 3D and just put some 3D objects to simulate buildings and things like that. And I thought that was a brilliant idea. And that incorporated 3D with traditional 2D art. And that's something else that needs to be talked about, but we're not talking about this one. We're just thinking about if an artist uses AI to copy their own style, is that acceptable? Because a lot of you are like, no, it's not acceptable. They got to do all the work. And it's like, well, what if they can't do all the work? What if they're not physically able to? I mean, Jim Lee can't do, he could do, but Jim Lee's got a real job. He's not going to be drawing much stuff. That's just because it's not worth his time to do so. So if he was going to do something, like where he did, 12 issues of something. We'll go, 6 issues. 6 issues of something where he drew 50% of it. Would it still not have the same value? Would you not be interested in it? Would you not want to see it or pick it up? I mean, does the AI part really affect that much? And let's be honest. Let's ask the tough question. What is the percentage that's reasonable for an AI to do? If you say 0, well then okay, AI should do none of it. The artist should do all of it by himself. Well, that's great in theory, but that doesn't always work out that way. And we all know a lot of artists can't get their work done appropriately in the time they need. So, I mean, what should you do? What would you do? I don't know. Or even better, would you be able to charge the book less because you did AI art? Now, there's a thought. So you've got a Jim Lee book where he did 50% of the artwork, but instead of charging, let's be honest, $4.99, because that's what they charge for a Jim Lee book. Instead of they charging $4.99, what if they said, hell, we're going to sell this book for $2.50, or hell, $2.99? Would that give you interest? I mean, they're selling it for less because it's less, less work involved. What if that was the defining aspect to it? The price. We could make the price of a book a third cheaper. Hell, a third? Let's go crazy. Let's say 40%. Let's say 40% cheaper. Would you still be interested in doing AI art through an artist, through a specific artist? We're not talking about just somebody just doing the art 100%. No, we're talking like a 50-50 collab. Would it affect if the price was different? I guess it's another question to think about. Thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. If you like what we talked about, do us a huge favor. Click the thumbs up. If you didn't like what we talked about, hey, click the thumbs down. We're good either way. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later.